Hey everybody, today we will be creating some cupcakes. Yummy, could definitely go for that. So flip to a fresh page in your sketchbook or get a white piece of paper out. We are going to start by drawing our cupcake. Let's go ahead and get out a pencil. And to draw our cupcake, we are going to start with a line that's floating in the middle of our paper. So this is about the middle. We're going to draw a line that is almost touches the sides of my paper. We don't want it to touch, but it's going to get pretty close. So just a floating line in the middle of the paper. I have almost 2 finger spaces about on either side. You could probably do 3 finger spaces if you wanted. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a shorter line right underneath this. So it can't be as long as this, it's got to be shorter. But we don't want it to be to one side, like this side or this side. We want it to be shorter, but right below it. So, a shorter line like that. See how this one's longer, this one's shorter, but it's right in the middle. Now when I connect it, I will have my cupcake shape. Look at that. Now we are going to make the topping for our cupcake. So to make the topping for our cupcake, all we are going to do is we are going to make it look like it's covered in frosting. So we're going to do a bumpy line. 1, 2, let's do 3 on this side. Same on this side. 1, 2, but make that last one really big, like that. Now you're going to be like, well, that looks a little weird. That's okay. We're going to make a J. So we're going to come here and make a J like that. Now it looks like it's frosting. Now let's put a cherry on top because everything's better with a cherry on top. Draw your circle, add your stem, and can you see through a cherry? No, you can't see through a cherry, so you're going to erase that line. Just like that. And then we need to add the little details of lines on our cupcake, what do you call it, cupcake liner. So we're going to draw some diagonal lines. Do one on each side until you get to the middle. So I did one here, one over here, one here, one over here. Keep going until they meet, just like that. And you can add extra detail by turning this line into like a zigzag line, where the V's, the valleys of the zigzag lines kind of line up with the lines. That makes sense. It's just extra detail. Makes it look extra fancy. Now, we don't want this cupcake just floating around in outer space. We want it to look like it's sitting on a table. So we are going to draw a line behind it. So now it looks like it's sitting on a table because we added that horizon line. So I want you to add a pattern to your table. So it can be checkerboard, it can be polka dots, stripes, wavy lines. Since we have lines on our cupcake, we should probably stick to shapes. So probably not lines, actually. So I'm going to do a polka dotted table. So let's try and do shapes for our table instead of lines, because otherwise it can get kind of confusing if you got so many lines and you don't know where to look. So I have polka dotted table, and then you are also going to add a pattern for the wall. So you can add, for this one you can do lines if you want, or shapes, it's up to you. I think I'm going to do a mix of lines and shapes, so I'm going to do a wavy line, then some diamonds, and then another wavy line, and then some more diamonds, another wavy line. There we go. Now we need to, can anybody guess what we need to do? If you said Sharpie, you'd be correct. So get out your fat Sharpie and you are going to trace over this, all of this. Now we have traced. Our next step is to erase. Trace, then erase. Now we are going to color our picture, but you need to think about what you want to use for, or not what you want to use, I'm sorry. What kind of flavor cupcake do you want? Because if you want a blueberry cupcake, would it make sense to color your cupcake brown? No, that wouldn't make sense. But if I wanted a chocolate cupcake, would it make sense to color it brown? Right. And you know what? I think I just got an idea. I think we should add sprinkles to our cupcake, right? Isn't that a great idea? So pick out whatever kind of shape sprinkles you want, because I know sprinkles come in all sorts of shapes. You can get ones that look like hearts, ones that look like stars, and you can just get the plain like round ones or circle ones. So I'm going to put some sprinkles on here first. Because who doesn't want sprinkles? Plus then it won't just be one big single color for our cupcake. Give us more things to color, which is always more fun. Now let's color our cupcake.